some news that kind of just came out of nowhere. They just felt like dropping it. Maybe it's because I'm not like a diehard video gamer. I play quite regularly, but I'm not like the biggest game person. So I completely missed my radar that the Video Game Awards were this past week. And obviously with the Video Game Awards, there's going to be some big announcements. And we had not one, not four, but three big announcements in particular. Confused Josh.
Not one, not two, but three. Four. Three, sir. Three. Counting to three.
But three, I'm sure there's more than three, but three big titles of note that I was not expecting at all. They just kind of came out of nowhere because they're massive IP-related projects. We're getting a new Star Wars game, Star Wars Eclipse. Josh is still broken.
I'm sorry. I have the whole holy hand grenade scene going in my head right now. It is just such a good time. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So we have Star Wars Eclipse coming, which probably has the best trailer of all these that we'll talk about. A new Wonder Woman game, and a Texas Chainsaw game from the makers of the Friday the 13th game. We'll start with the Texas Chainsaw one. I'm conflicted because I both love and hate the Friday the 13th game. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a love letter to the Friday the 13th genre, and it's fun. I hate it because it's the buggiest game I have ever played. Oh my god. Like, it's fun, but it's fun in spite of the bugs. It is ridiculous how buggy this game is. Granted, they dropped support for it for a long time, and they could never quite figure out all the bugs. However, I'm not as worried about that for this because they will have more funding this time around. They will have more resources. Like Friday the 13th was never intended actually to be a Friday the 13th game. It was just supposed to be a slasher game that they found out they can get the rights for, and then that kind of blew up in their face when the whole Friday the 13th legal battle happened. Whereas there's no legal battle currently going on for Texas Chainsaw, so that shouldn't be an issue here. I like the concept of Friday the 13th type games, whether it's Friday the 13th, Predator Hunting Grounds, Dead by Daylight especially is like the go-to name for these type of movies. Or dare we bring up the cursed name that is Evolve. Oh God. But that's a good idea in concept. So I'm excited to see this. That being said, I don't know if there'll be as much variety in the game as there was with Friday the 13th. Like, Friday the 13th had literally every Jason available to you, whereas this killer's basically Leatherface. Like, I know the other members of the family will be there, and it kind of goes without saying for me, sure, this is cool, but when we heard that Friday the 13th wasn't getting support anymore and we might be getting a new horror franchise, Texas Chainsaw was not the one that I was hoping to get. I was hoping we were going to get a Halloween game that from the guys that made Friday the 13th. Because put the exact same mechanics for Friday the 13th in. Instead of Jason, it's Michael. Get all the different skins because Michael has changed his look wildly. Like, if Josh wanted to play as Halloween Resurrection Michael Myers, where you can see his eyes and maybe have Busta Rhymes in it.
Dude, say less.
And Friday the 13th, you can get power-up characters. If you do enough tasks, you can come in as Tommy Jarvis. Say in Halloween, if you get enough power-ups, you can come in as either Laurie Strode from 2018 or Halloween H2O or Dr. Loomis as your power-up character, and you can shoot. You would need to shoot Michael 6 times in order to escape. Or you can play as Laurie's regular character. You got Lindsay Wallace, Tommy Doyle, maybe not them when they're kids, because, child slaughter, but Rachel from part 4, maybe bring back Danielle Harris as an adult because she was in the Rob Zombie ones. I really wish it was Halloween instead. That being said, I'll still check out this game because I like the concept of those one versus many type games. Josh does not give a crap because it's Texas Chainsaw.
It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I could care less. Literally, I would take a Friday the 13th game over a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And that's saying so because I don't like Friday the 13th.
I've never asked you, have you played any of those like one versus many games like Predator or Friday the 13th?
Dude, I played Dead by
Oh yeah, you and
Daylight.
I used to play that
Yeah,
every once in a while,
I
and
was
then
like,
you
I
sucked
got
at
in
it.
on like the beta and stuff like that. Well, we sucked at it because it was just me versus
No,
you,
no,
and
no.
that's
It was bad
yes.
because it was just you and me, and you'd be like, "Oh hey, look, a pumpkin," and I would just go, "Hey, hey, I know exactly where you are.
I
Don't
was like,
tell me
dang
where
it,
you're at."
no, yeah,
You're just like,
no,
"Oh
I
look,
hear
this map
you.
looks pretty. I'm right here." And I'm going,
You can't blame, but like, yeah, like the thing is too, Dead by Daylight has done a really good job integrating people like Michael Myers, like
"Leatherface
trying
is in Dead by Daylight."
Pyramid Head, like all these really like iconic ones, horror characters, but it just like this is supposed to be like in the same vein as Friday the 13th, like
Hopefully
what?
less buggy.
Yeah, like or night. Sorry, I misspoke. I would prefer a Nightmare on Elm Street game over this, and you know how much I don't like the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Actually, I don't think I did know that.
Yeah, no, I hate it. I don't think it's good. Um, but and you know, in the audience, I got a bunch of people that I'm losing my horror creds with. But I just, to me, if you're gonna do Texas Chainsaw Massacre and do that as a game, I feel like it's better to do it like a single player. Like I know multiplayer games are all the rage these days, but like do it as a single player game where you are actively running from Leatherface. Like that's the whole point of the game. Like I feel maybe it's because I much prefer single player adventure games, but
Mm.
like I just feel like it's missing. You're kind of sliding yourself and cutting yourself short when you're just like, no, this is going to be multiplayer only. I mean,
Yeah,
I know
I do
you,
wish Dead by Daylight had an offline mode.
yeah, like and like think about games like Dead Space. Dead Space has an incredible single player campaign, and it had an equally awesome multiplayer mode. So I think it's Texas Chainsaw. I'm not interested in it already, and then you're just gonna do the same game that's already been done twice. It's just that's boring and stupid to me. I just whatever.
So we also get Wonder Woman, but we didn't get a lot of info from that. So, I mean, I'm interested in that. I think it's cool that we're finally getting a Wonder Woman game, even if I'm still mad that Rocksteady's Superman game got canceled because I think that could have been fun. Um, yeah, Wonder Woman was essentially just a tease, so we don't really have much to go off of that. The Star Wars trailer, I'm conflicted about
Yeah,
because first of all, the music is outstanding of that beat slowly picking up more and more and more. Was it just me, or visually did it look like it's from all kinds of different eras? So I couldn't really get a sense of when it was. I'm just like, wait, that looks kind of prequel-esque. No, but then that kind of looks like sequel trilogy-esque. Then that kind of looks more original trilogy. When is this set? Like, I know it's supposed to be set in the High Republic era, but
I see, but like I know absolutely nothing about this. So like
that's
when
all
I
I know.
saw
It's High Republic.
yeah, so like I saw the trailer and was like, cool music, great cinematic, like beautiful. Probably won't be in the graphics of the game, but whatever. Um, I don't know. PS5 is a thing now. Kind of, not really.
Hey,
Um,
you can get it in purple now.
oh, okay, yeah. When I can get it, and
Yeah,
it's not.
for those like 10 people that have a PS5, you can get it in different color sides now, but
That's
everyone else is
so.
going, can we get more in stock, please? Nope, you get more color options for those that have it.
Yeah, that's just stupid. That's a whole rant for another day. But yeah, I'm with you. There's a lot of stuff in this trailer. I was like, I don't know when or where we are in the Star Wars universe. There's I always see art of a very specific bounty hunter. He's got like a cowboy hat and stuff like, but he's like there's a character in this trailer that looks a lot like him without the cowboy hat, and I was
Cad
like,
Bane?
maybe he's the alien with the big
Yeah,
black
Cad
eyes, and
Bane
he's
and the
got the
cowboy hat.
yeah, yeah. So there's a character that turns around in this trailer that looks like a lot like Cad Bane, and it was like, oh, okay, that could be fun. But I just don't know what we're doing here. It's not like Squadrons where I could be like, as hard as Squadrons is to play.
Yeah. Steep learning
it's
curve on
not
that one.
like yeah, but it's not like I can look at it. I can look at Squadrons and know exactly. Excuse me, it knows exactly what I'm getting. I know exactly what era I'm in. I know exactly what what I'm in for. And I mean, even with Last Order, um, is that right? Yeah,
Fallen
that's right.
Order?
Fallen Order, same thing.
Last Order. The last time I went to McDonald's, it was my last order.
No, but Fallen Order. Sorry, you know exactly when, and where it is in the timeline.
Yeah.
And just saying High Republic era doesn't necessarily mean anything when you've basically thrown out the entire extended universe. You know what I mean? So like we have no necessarily
And
like
the only High Republic stuff that we've gotten are
timeline.
comic books and some
Yeah,
books. Like we haven't
exactly.
gotten a lot of mainstream stuff. Like High Republic, I've heard there's some good material in there, but so far I consider High Republic a failure because it hasn't really penetrated into the mainstream really. Like it's just us diehards have heard of it, but I can't tell you much about it. And if I ask my parents, who are definitely more of the casual Star Wars fans, the OG generation, I don't think they would know what the High Republic is or have any recollection of what it is.
So we'll see what happens. If those are, I know it's a cinematic, so I'm definitely taking it with a grain of salt. But if the game actually looks like that, I'm gonna play it no matter what.